Hello and thanks for watching Gary Teaches Maths. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel higher tier paper 1 from 2019. This is question 11 and it's a question about statistics. So we're looking at the median and lower quartile and upper quartile of a set of data. We've got 23 people on coach A and these are the ages of those people. And what we've got to do is we've got to complete this table and find what the median, lower quartile and upper quartile are. So the median is actually the middle value if you place all the numbers in order going from smallest to biggest. So we can see that they've already done this for us. So we've gone from 41 up to 79 and we're looking for the middle value in these. One way we could do this would be to just cross off each number starting at either end until we find a number in the middle. There is actually a nicer way of doing it. What we can do is we can say, well, we've got 23 people. So if we take 23, add 1 to it and divide by 2, that actually gives us the position of the median number. So for that, we'd get 24 over 2, which is 12. So that doesn't mean that the median is 12. It means that the 12th position in this series of numbers is where the median lies. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can see that 59 is the number that's in the 12th position. So that is the median. So that goes there. Okay, now what we're trying to do then is find the lower quartile. And what that is the number that's 1/4 of the way going from the smallest number to the biggest number. And once we've found the median, what we then can do is find the halfway point in the numbers to the left of the median. So we're finding the halfway point of the numbers between 41 and 57. So we could take the same approach as we've just done there, or now because there's less numbers, if I just cross off the numbers that we've got, so at either end, until I find my way with only either 1 or 2 numbers in the middle. And we can see that we're left with 53. And so that is the lower quartile there. So it's 1/4 of the way through the numbers. Similarly, we can find the upper quartile by taking the numbers to the right or what are above the middle point here. So the ones above 59. So we're now going for the middle point of 60 and 79. So again, we can cross the numbers off at either end until we find that we've got just one number left. And there we go, 66. So that is the upper quartile. So these questions on finding quartiles and lower quartiles, etc., often have an element of comparison. So we've got another set of data here from a different coach, and these median and lower quartiles and least age and greatest age, they're already worked out for us. And we're being asked to do a comparison between the two sets of numbers. So it says here that Richard says that the people on coach A are younger than the people on coach B, this set of data. So we're asked to comment upon, is he actually correct or not? But we can't just say yes or no. We've actually got to justify our answer. So we've got to give a reason for our answer. So the easiest thing we can do is compare the medians. So this is the middle point. So we could say, well, the median or the middle age for coach B is 70, whereas the median for coach A is 59. So that would tell us that the median for A is lower than the median for B. So that's one reason to say that Richard is correct, that people on coach A are younger than people on coach B. We could actually go a step further. We can say that, in fact, the upper quartile from coach A is lower than the median from coach B. So really what that means is that 3/4 of the people on coach A are younger than the middle age on coach B. So I would say that Richard is correct. So I would say yes, because the lower quartile, I'm just going to write LQ for lower quartile of A, is less than the median of coach B. Okay, so as I say, that means, i.e., 75% or 3/4 of the people on A are younger than the mid-age of coach B. The mid-age of coach B. So that's more than enough, actually, to justify our answer to be there and say that Richard is correct. And then if we look at this other bit, we've got part C to this question now. It says, Richard says that people on coach A vary more in age than people on coach B. To answer this, we could be looking, more than likely, at finding what the interquartile range is, IQR, which is the interquartile range. And what this is the difference between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. So that means we have to subtract the lower quartile from the upper quartile. So for A, the interquartile range for A is equal to 66 minus 53. So that leaves us with 13. Whereas for coach B, the interquartile range is equal to, so if we take the upper quartile, 73, minus the lower quartile, which is 54. So that would give us 19. So we can see that the interquartile range for B is bigger than the interquartile range for A. And what that tells me is actually they vary more on coach B because they've got a higher interquartile range. So they vary more on coach B because of, I'm just going to have to write this up here. Obviously, you'll be able to, when you're doing exams, etc., space all this out a little bit more. I've just got to do this on one screen. So they vary more on coach B because the interquartile range is larger. And so Richard is incorrect. So we'd have to say, no, he isn't correct on that one. So I hope that's been helpful to you. If it has, we'd love it if you would like our video and subscribe to our channel, Gary Teaches Maths. And for more help, you could look at our website, which is bestmathstutors.co.uk. Thanks.